G'day friends, welcome to today's video. My name is James, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Today I'm starting a little bit of a new series. I'm not going to put date and time and episode length and all those kind of information in. When I say series, I mean I intend to do more than one of these videos, so take that for what it is, but I will also make a dedicated playlist for these videos. I'm starting a little series called A Page in 10, and it is just 10 minutes spent on a journaling spread, a page specifically rather, to either fill up some of this empty space, to help prompt you into some of your journaling if that's something that you enjoy doing, just to spend time committed to playing and learning and just relaxing, whatever it is. I can't pretend to know all the reasons you watch these YouTube videos, but for my own personal reason, it was to address some of my empty pages, and I'll just let you know where it came from. Steve, my husband, has actually been doing this thing where he's been doing tasks and setting his timer for 10 minutes. I had mentioned this a couple weeks ago when I saw them, I don't know who it was, but someone was advertising a little cube that they sell at Best Buy that is a timer cube, and I think you kind of switch sides or whatever, and you can set it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever. And it essentially, it is a timer for your task. Maybe it's called a task timer, I don't really know. Missed opportunity if it's not. Anyway, so he's been doing that, and he's actually found some good success with timing his tasks out. I guess it does something to your brain, kind of tricks you into thinking that, to stay focused. Who knows? I don't really know the science behind it. But he said it might be interesting to do your journaling that way and just try it. So I'm not going to pretend like I even know if this works or if people should be timing themselves. My theory is if you are someone that is a little time poor, or you just maybe you like to work quickly, or you just like being guided through something real time, you might watch these videos and just enjoy journaling along real time with me for 10 minutes. And hopefully once there's enough videos in the playlist, you can make as many minutes out of it as you would like. But I'm going to keep each video to 10 minutes, so we should probably get started so this isn't too long. That's where the idea came from. That's what I'm going to be doing today. I've got my phone off to the side here. I'm going to set my timer for 10 minutes. I'm going to get straight into it. Okay, set timer for 10 minutes. And we're off. Okay, I'm yazzing. I should also preface this by saying I didn't really plan anything before I started, but there has been something I've wanted to draw lately. So I'm going to draw a circle in the middle of my page, and inside that I'm going to draw two circles relatively far spaced apart, and then two more little circles inside, kind of like an upside down figure 8, and then color in those little eyeballs. Just doing a rough job. It's 10 minutes. I'm hoping to get the page finished. That is my goal. If we don't, then I guess I'll reset my expectations with what I can achieve. I don't typically time myself when I do journaling, so I don't know how long it takes. Sometimes I can be in flow and be journaling for hours and hours and hours, but that is a little unrealistic for a lot of people who don't do journaling as their job, right? To expect that you'd have hours to be able to do it. So this will be a good challenge for me too. I'm going to do another little circle around that because I don't like how neat that looks. Isn't that odd? I cannot like how neat something looks. I put little three kind of little lines in the middle of my page there. It's just got a really cute little face. I actually want to make this a flower, and I want to kind of decorate all of the petals. I'm putting a little space between the petals because I want to paint the negative area, the negative fill. I did one of these flowers in my stream of consciousness, kind of like intuitive journaling spreads that I've been doing, and I really liked it, but I noticed that halfway through it I kind of got bored of it and I just moved on to something else, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish it today. I'm going to try, but I thought it'd be fun to give it another go. One of the points of this is that when you get the petals, they're supposed to fill all the negative space on your page, so this actually works really well if you've got something on your page. Like this is my planner, this is my A6 Hobonichi Techo Avec, and I guess on the Friday the 12th I had nothing to draw or put in there. Generally this planner collects a lot of junk, so it is what it is. But if you were doing it on this page here, you could have your flower here. And I'm supposed to be working on one page, but look, I'm already sidetracked. Your petals are supposed to fill the negative space, so it's not supposed to be a perfectly round flower, and I think it kind of takes that pressure off having to be neat or precise with anything. And it is also a way to train yourself to fill negative space, which oftentimes I identify as what people see in their own work that makes them think it's unfinished. So this is something I always try to mention when I'm teaching something. not that this is fully about teaching, but this is to fill negative space so that you can think that it's more full than it is. I'm always just tempted to get off track and do my own thing. We're not supposed to be working on this page. Hopefully, if you're a little slower, you've caught up to the flower already. But I've got 3, so whoops. Okay, for me, I want to just grab anything that's at my desk, and I've got a lot of markers that I was playing with earlier, and I'm gonna just, I guess, color in some of this. I want to keep the flower itself to 3 colors. I find it easier to work in 3s. So I like this purple. I'm going to use this sand color as well. These are Tombow markers, so they're water-based. They will react with water. They're dye-based ink, so your white gel pens will also tint if you draw over the top of them. Some of the lighter colors you can't see it that well, but in other colors you can definitely see it. I might use this pink as well. And I want to do this because this is a bit of a flat color, the Tombow marker, and it just feels nice to use these markers on this page. I'm doing a really rough job of coloring it in. This is a pretty flat color, and it's going to contrast really nicely with pencil. You know I love my mixed media. I've got this mustard colored pencil. It's ochre, and it is a Rembrandt polycolor. I got this in Japan, single stock. I'm just going to scribble inside this negative space for a few of these petals. I don't need to color the entire edge of the page because I might want to switch my color up, but I just want to make sure you can see the separation between some of those petals. And that pencil texture is just a nice contrast against the flat color of the marker. It's a good way to add some visual interest, is to change textures when you're working. In fact, I'm going to grab this this water brush and some of this yellow gouache. I want it to be a little watered down, so I'm just going to put it around different parts of the paper because it's pretty intense, and then smush that around in the edges. And then it'll be a bit of a softer blur out on the edge. You could just change up the pressure in your pencil to kind of blur out the edges, but watercolor does a good job too, and it's quicker to use a water brush to do this. Just be careful you don't get on the petals. If you've used any strong colors, it will bleed into the edge. Not that it really matters. You know what? I'm going to take some pink gouache and put it on the cheeks. Put it on the nose as well. Just a little bit on the eyes. And why not? Just around the edge. I get carried away. I have no self-control. So for this, I wanted to put patterns in the petals. I think that was the thing I was having a lot of fun with. I'm a little pressed for time, I guess, because it's got to be done in 10 minutes. So I'm going to use a brush pen and get my patterns in this way. Ooh, it's still wet on the edges, so it's going to bleed. That is stripes. I'm going to do squiggles in this one. The contrast between how thick and thin the lines are is really interesting, but because our outline is actually quite a thin pen, it's almost like we lose our outline now. This line starts to take over what our eyes process. So this is why we don't care too much to color inside the lines and to do too much. These lines are more like guidelines, really. Let's do some zigzags. I'm gonna skip some petals just in case. Do some spots. Oh, I really can't wait to see Cruella. I'm skipping just in case I run out of time and I want to have a more randomized look. I will try and get them all done, but you never know. Get very sidetracked. I'm gonna do this rainbow loop pattern. Or do some leaves in this one. For the leaves, I just like to press the brush into the paper and let the contour of that, or the taper of that stroke rather, just fill that space. Sometimes I'll put some extra little branch things on. Let's do bigger spots, or kind of cow print. I've been drawing Woody from Toy Story, so I've got cow print on the brain. Let's do cross. What's it called? Harlequin? Or diamonds, rather. Do a squiggly line. The This one I'm just going to do a bit of a fill, and then some stripes. And then this one's just going to be open circles. I could have done stars too, I guess. On the edge of the flower, I'm going to do some dots. This would be good to get my dot marker out, actually. Do you know what? I might do that because it'd be more efficient. Get my, what's this called? Zig clean colored dot marker. I love these. And I'm going to try and stipple in these dots around the edge of my flower. This kind of pointillism effect. I want it to be concentrated right at the edge of the flower's face, and then I want the dots to kind of get smaller as they lead down between the petals. When the dots become smaller and more spaced out, it gives the look of like a fade, even though all the color is still black. So it's kind of how you achieve gradients with this pointillism look. This is coming together pretty well, I think. I might do a bit of white gel pen just to bring back the highlights in the eyes. And because I missed out on doing stars in the patterning on the petals, I'm going to do stars on the face. Can't really see them because it's a bit of a light pink, but it's okay. Maybe I'll do some petal shapes with my white pen as well. Sometimes I just like to play the white pen all over the page because I just really enjoy using it. If you don't have luck with the white pens, you can get a Sharpie water-based paint marker. They work pretty well too. Now all the black that isn't dry yet is going to track through my pen, so I'm going to try and avoid some of those little dots that aren't dry. This paper is really thin and coated, so things don't seep into the page as much as they sit on top and kind of slowly sink in. So they don't dry super quick on this page, which is okay. Goodness, how are we doing for time? I hope you're doing well. Hope this isn't stressful. If this is stressful for you, don't ever watch one of these again. But I'm really excited to see how they keep going. I'm just gonna grab a crayon. Oh, we're finished! There you go. I'm not gonna grab a crayon. Stop. That sound makes me think I've got to wake up and start the day. Alrighty, there we go. 10 minutes, a page in 10. This was episode 1 of however many episodes there will be in this series. I guess I'll see. I'll find out like everyone else. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not planning on doing this on any specific day or for any specific length of time or for any real reason really other than Steve suggested it. I thought it might be a fun idea. If you like this, let me know in the comments below. I'm going to keep doing these 10-minute videos. I'll keep uploading them. I'll make a playlist for you so you can find them and then watch them back to back if you want to build out an afternoon of journaling together and journaling prompts together. They're all going to be pretty simple, just ways to fill a page, get creative, get your supplies out, get your hands moving in your journals or your planners even, and just have fun. Yeah, so anyway, thanks for joining me today. I will see you again really soon. Until then, bye.